What's going on, guys? Kevin Cage here with another digital asset and finance video. This video is an absolute must-see. I want to run through some points about iTrustCapital, the leading crypto retirement account platform. We're going to go through some live examples to show you what it looks like when you're hit with short-term capital gains and long-term capital gains, and then we'll compare it to a crypto Roth IRA or any type of Roth IRA, which is entirely tax-free, meaning instead of 20% or even 37%, you're looking at a 0% tax rate on all profits. So of course, we've seen examples like Peter Thiel, an early investor in Facebook, co-founder of PayPal, turning $2,000 into $5 billion with a Roth IRA. Now, these tools are not just for the 1%. They're not just for the wealthy. These tools are for all Americans that want to take advantage of it. And a little bit about myself for anybody that is brand new to the channel. One of the best financial decisions that I ever made was as soon as I turned 18 years old, I created a Roth IRA with Vanguard. Mainly thanks to my mom also pushing me to do so, which changed my life forever because you started understanding at an early age, before even going to college, the power of compounding returns, the power of compounding interest, the 72 rule. If you're teaching your children these principles, they're going to be so far ahead of the rest. Okay, so for anybody curious, we're going to be linking this in the top of the video description to create your own account, and after funding, you also get $100 in Bitcoin. Now let's dive in. Coming to the website, clicking how it works, looking at the offerings, we can see the crypto assets available. Now, they also do have precious metals like gold and silver. Now, they already have approximately 28 crypto assets today, ranging from DEXs, ranging from layer 1 protocols, and even some other metaverse tokens. Please recall that iTrustCapital is one of the most secure platforms in the game, with Curve integrations, with even announcing Coinbase custody as well for 401k digital asset storage. And yes, you can even move your 401k if your employer allows you to iTrustCapital to get some crypto exposure. If not, there's another workaround, such as if you leave your job during a job transition or you quit your job altogether, then you'll have that money accessible to roll some of it or all of it into a crypto IRA or crypto 401k. So Coinbase custody is a huge partner. We also just had the huge news of Fireblocks being integrated with iTrustCapital. And I think we can speculate with what this means, especially per recent interviews of iTrustCapital, discussing on their roadmap in a regulated and compliant way of being one of the first movers to allow us with crypto IRAs to leverage staking assets or other DeFi protocols to earn yield on our already existing holdings. So when you consider these partners like Coinbase Custody and you wonder when they're going to add new assets, I always go to Coinbase Custody and I go on their website and I look at the assets they have available. Because these are the assets that typically have custody solutions in place, infrastructure, and liquidity. So I like scrolling through this, and for any assets like I'm hoping they'll add in the future, such as HBAR or VeChain, I'm always checking. Because I believe that HBAR Hedera Hashgraph will be listed in the near future. So I'm always checking on Coinbase Custody assets and going through this list. Also assume they'll probably be able to do it after a Coinbase listing. And even on Fireblocks.com, which is partnered with some of the biggest institutions in the world, we can see they already have 800 of the largest institutional players leveraging Fireblocks, whether it's trading and brokerage, whether it's exchanges and lending, or banking and payments. And this was updated just last month that Curve is still another solution because they have more than one. They always want backups and they want redundancy. Now, Curve was a big player, and iTrustCapital was paying attention to them early on before anybody knew who they were. And what happened to Curve? Well, funny enough, last year they were acquired by PayPal, which I think will continue to be a dominant player in crypto security. Now, one of the best things you can do is understand the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA. The reason I'm choosing a Roth IRA in this nascent crypto asset class is because all of my money will grow entirely tax-free. And for anybody in their 50s right now, and you have a retirement account in the stock market, I would highly recommend taking a look at iTrustCapital linked in the video description. Okay, so let's do a quick example with short-term capital gains versus long-term capital gains. So first things first. So for this example, let's just say you made around $500,000 in profits. So we're going to show the tax rate of short-term, we're going to show the tax rate of long-term, and talk about the potential savings by leveraging a tool. Now, I don't have all my money or all my crypto holdings in iTrustCapital. I've been with them for nearly 2 years now because they're the leading platform. But you best believe that I do have my money working in that platform to this day, where I can grow my crypto tax-free. This is no different than what we utilize in the stock market, except I believe that crypto has much higher potential. If you want to be conservative and have some bags in the stock market, and then you also want to have some potential asymmetric returns in the crypto market, I would highly recommend checking out iTrust. Let's just say that you're single right here and you made $500,000, so in this range, so it's a 35% tax rate. Now, if you're making more, it could get close to 40%. And as we know, taxes are increasing. So with that $500,000, and let's just say we multiply it by 0.35 or 35% in taxes from just trading, you're paying almost $200,000. $175,000 you're paying to the IRS, minus that $500K profit, and in reality, you're only keeping just over $300,000. Yikes. And that can be painful. Now 35%, 37%, or even 40%, that's not that appealing. Okay, well now let's look at long-term capital gains for assets that we're holding well over a year. We're not trading it or swapping it into a stable coin. It's a non-taxable event. We simply bought something, we held it for over a year, and then we'll be taxed at this 15% or 20% rate. Now remember, if we made $500K, we're on the higher end of the spectrum as a single person. This is $445. So now, of course, we can already do the math. $500K times 20%, that's $100,000 in taxes that you're paying. So instead of pocketing $325K here and keeping and paying $175 in taxes, here you're paying $100K. So you're almost saving another $100,000 by being a holder in this space, provided it goes up. So you'd walk away with $400,000. With iTrustCapital, there are no monthly fees. It is completely free. This is no different than being a Coinbase except for retirement accounts. Using a Roth IRA, it is 0%. I make $500K in profits, I pay 0, and I keep all $500K. And this is so powerful. There's 24/7 trading available. I know that they're going to be working on doing limit orders in the future, and they're executed in real time, just like a real exchange, in seconds. They settle in seconds when you're on the website and you actually submit a trade. We also have the mobile application that is still in beta, and it's on the way. So imagine being able to do this all from your phone. Now, I already love the website. I've been using it for quite some time, but just wanted to share that. Now, for those that know, I was originally with IRA. I know everybody knows this Bitcoin IRA provider, and I believe they lowered their fees to try to compete with iTrustCapital. But look at this. iTrustCapital has the same fee structure as Coinbase, except it's for retirement accounts, and they're being that bridge from the legacy traditional infrastructure to the modern. It's only a 1% fee for crypto trades, and it's 0 for monthly fees. Now, with IRA, I was paying like 10 or 15% to start my account, paying thousands of dollars just to get into the crypto market. Now, fortunately, it worked out for me well because that was years ago. And of course, crypto had an explosive bullish cycle, so it worked out and I was in profit when all is said and done. I just wish that iTrustCapital was here when I started. iTrustCapital versus Bitcoin IRA, and this was all updated 2021. iTrustCapital, 1% transactions on crypto trades. That's it. 0% fees, and you can start with $2,500. Bitcoin IRA. There's a setup fee. iTrustCapital doesn't have one. Nearly 6%. And a 2% trading fee that is 2 times more expensive than iTrust. Oh, and there's a monthly fee. iTrustCapital, they removed it altogether. So I personally have always loved how transparent their fee structure is. And trades settle within seconds. This is just like Coinbase, and I wonder why. Because they leverage Coinbase custody, Curve, and Fireblocks. And I cannot wait to be able to even earn yield on my assets in a crypto IRA that I can access 24/7. I'm so happy I don't have to go to Vanguard like I used to with my index funds, and when I wanted to submit a trade, it had to be during business hours. There were heavy fees, there were crazy spreads, and I can't wait, and I hope that they do in fact expand to other jurisdictions such as Canada. And guys, when I was with IRA, it was scary. It took weeks to start my account and I was nervous. The good news is iTrustCapital now has Ach Direct Deposits. So technically, if it's during the work week, you might be able to fund your account by the next day. They're calling this ACH next day funding, which is insane. For anybody that uses Coinbase or Binance US today like myself, we've probably connected our bank account using Plaid. So this is something we're all used to by now. You connect your bank account, log in credentials, and then you're able to actually just submit and send your money. And I absolutely love the simplicity of this UI. It's crazy to see how far iTrustCapital has come in just a few years. And remember, their goal is to become a one-stop shop for crypto. In more than just a crypto retirement account, they want to be the standard. They want to be able to offer all of their clients in a legally compliant way, a state-of-the-art Web3 experience. I can't wait as they're still exploring how can we have cold storage assets on this platform that are completely secure, fully insured, interact with on-chain protocols. And I think integrations with Fireblocks is going to expedite this process massively. Now remember the projections for the cryptocurrency market. This is a Wells Fargo report that was just published this month. We can see crypto under a $2 trillion market. You can see the largest market cap company in the S&P 500 is still bigger than the entire crypto market. We're early. Gold, $11.5 trillion. Stocks, nearly $120 trillion. We also have to consider the trillions of dollars that are in retirement accounts today in the equities market. And all of this will continue to drip into crypto year over year. I know the crypto market topped out at approximately $3 trillion. Now keep in mind, just a few years ago, we were at 50 billion. We've seen insane growth thus far, and we can see the projections and similarities between crypto growing versus the early internet days in the 90s. Now, speaking of crypto and the metaverse and all the exciting news that came out today and this huge NFT boom in this space, imagine having a retirement account in crypto and being able to custody or even hold an NFT. That's where the space is going, as crazy as that sounds. And this is a friendly reminder because unfortunately there are many Americans that are not aware that we have these tools available. Tax-free investing with a Roth IRA. The customer experience with iTrustCapital has always been amazing, especially in the past year. They've just been onboarding and growing their company so much. I also do know that they have job postings on their website, so if you're interested, be sure to check it out. The rate of inflation in 2021 was 7%, and unfortunately, the true number may actually be much higher than just 7%. Look into crypto assets as a hedge against the US dollar. So overall, guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope it answered some of the questions you have about iTrustCapital. This will be linked in the top of the video description, and after you fund your account, you also get $100 in Bitcoin. Appreciate all that like and subscribe, and until next time.